When it comes to making money online, most of the time it's not even us learning a new skill that is preventing us from getting the results that we want. Most of the time it's about us giving up the things we think we know and ultimately unlearning everything else that we were ever taught on how to make money or how to earn a living. So today, my fellow freedom fighters, we're going to go over the 5 things you need to give up right now if you want to have any chance on making money online. Number 1, you want to make sure you give up your excuses. Now understand this universal law when it comes to making money online. As excuses go down, income goes up. And likewise, as excuses go up, your income will go down. So how do we fix this excuse problem? It's actually very simple. It's called speed of implementation. Now, when you get in a business, you want to think about it similarly to how a boy will introduce himself to a girl at, say, a bar. So one of my most favorite shows that I've ever seen is this. How I Met Your Mother, in where there's a main character named Barney Stinson who's really good with women and he always approaches girls at the bar. And the second main character is this guy named Ted Mosby who's usually shy, awkward, and doesn't really know how to handle himself when it comes to social situations and trying to talk to a girl that he likes. But what always made me laugh was when Barney was talking to a girl at a bar and Ted was just awkwardly behind him, and literally in between the conversation he would just say, "Have you met Ted?" And he would just take Ted and throw him into the conversation and Barney would just disappear. And this forces Ted in a fight or flight situation where he begins to wonder if he should stay and actually talk to this pretty girl or if he should just run away with his tail right in between his legs. Now normally when Barney doesn't do this for Ted, it is the time between the idea and the action that actually prevents Ted from going up and talking to the girl that he finds attractive. The longer he waits to actually talk to her, the more excuses that actually starts piling in his head. Oh, what if she doesn't like me? Oh, what if she has a boyfriend? Oh, what if I get like a rock thrown in my head because that's someone else's girlfriend? And it are these excuses that will prevent him from ever getting a relationship whatsoever. But since Barney forced him into the social situation where he had to decide and he was more taking action than thinking and ruminating on negative thoughts on what could have happened instead of what actually is happening, he is positioning himself where he is more likely to win and more likely to gain a new amazing relationship or at least an awesome friendship with a pretty cool background story of how they met. Now it's the same thing in business, my fellow freedom fighters. When I first got into business, whenever I had an idea, I would always take a lot of time in wondering if this was going to be a good idea or a bad idea. But since I had so much time to think, it was very easy to start thinking of all the bad things that could happen with me starting a business as opposed to the good things and the amazing things that could happen if I actually succeeded. I would think of excuses like, oh my god, what if I lose money? Or what if my parents judge me? Or what if my friends think what I'm doing is dumb and stupid? And then I would actually give up before I actually gave myself a chance to succeed. Now what changed in my life was when I decided that enough was enough and I was going to implement speed of implementation, meaning whenever I had a business idea, I needed to marry that idea with some type of action within 5 minutes of the birth of that idea. For example, when I first had the YouTube channel idea and the blogging idea, instead of waiting and wondering, oh, what if no one watches my stuff? Or what if people make fun of me from just talking into a camera? The moment I had the idea, I created my YouTube channel and I bought the domain name within 5 minutes. Now, the moment I did that, I couldn't get stuck in my head because I already taken action. And even if I did get stuck in my head and I started thinking of the negative excuses that would prevent me from succeeding, it doesn't matter because already right then and there I was one step forward to accomplishing my goals and actually making this idea be birthed into reality. Now usually it is the first step that is the hardest, but using speed of implementation and marrying the idea with an action within 5 minutes of you thinking it, this will give you the momentum needed to actually get to where you want to go. So freedom fighters, what is one thing that you could do right after this video that you could do right now? Is it buying the domain name that you always wanted? Is it launching a $5 ad set? Is it applying for affiliate networks? It doesn't matter. Once you're done watching this video, literally go out there and do it and commit to yourself at least doing this one thing. And this is what's going to kill your excuses when you start implementing speed of implementation. The second thing you want to give up is playing the victim game. Now here's the truth with life and success. If you were born poor, that's not your fault. But if you die poor, that is 100% your fault. Now so many amateur entrepreneurs come to me and they complain. They think that failure is this special occurrence that only happens to them. Shut the hell up, man. Guys, failure happens to everyone. But the moment you start pitting yourself and feeling depressed for your lack of results is the moment that you should literally just throw away the towel and just give up, because it is in that moment that you just threw away your dreams. Because life doesn't happen to the people that feel sorry for themselves. Life happens to the risk takers. Life happens for the people that are willing to get uncomfortable because they understand that this uncomfortable realm, that is where results happen. And you have to be grateful that you are actually a victim and you don't have everything that you wanted in life. I mean, can you imagine if you did? Think about it. What happens to people that were given everything. What happens is they don't have the hunger and the will and the need to succeed. Because most of the time, our success that we attain does not come from inspiration. It comes from that desperation. It comes from that hunger to need something more that you presently do not have. And it is in those times of desperation, the times when you can't feed your family, or the times that you just have a lack of income, that gives you that hunger and that motivation to fuel yourself to succeed, to get through any trials, to get through any challenges, to get through any tribulations, because that hunger is what propels you to move forward. Now, what changed for me and when I started gaining my initial success was when I threw away my victim mentality and I began taking responsibility for my own life. So what if I was in college debt? My mom was working 16 hours a day and my dad was literally killing himself working every single night shift in the middle of the night trying to pay for my college. And this was before my little sister even had the opportunity to go to college. Now, do you think my victim mentality and me complaining would fix that situation? No. Do you think feeling sorry for myself and my lack of results could actually pay for my little sister's education? Nuh-uh. And even though that was a really crappy situation, I am grateful for that, because it was that situation and that crappy situation that gave me the hunger that I needed to succeed, to help my family out, and to force me to give up my victim mentality. The third thing you want to give up is judgment from your loved ones. Now, when I first started working online, my parents thought it was the weirdest thing. Now, they came to America from the Philippines, where it is deeply rooted in our culture that the only way to survive and to be quote-unquote successful in life is to get a well-paying, stable job. And my only options was either to become a nurse, to become an engineer, or a mailman, which are oddly the popular choices for Filipino parents and their kids. Can you imagine Mike Vasile, the mailman? Ooh! So the moment I actually had the idea to make money online and to help my family's financial situation, my parents literally shut me down. And they judged me for it, even though I had every single good intention for me getting into making money online to just help them out. And freedom fighters, I'm gonna tell you this right now, especially if you're going through this, for the longest time, my parents did not support me. And right now, you may have this beautiful vision of what your life was meant to be, what you deserved it to be, but the people that are close to you are judging you for it. Now, don't blame them, because they were never given your dream. They have never seen the vision that you've seen for yourself, my fellow freedom fighters. But whatever you do, do not let their opinions sway you from your destiny. And what you can do instead is, instead of taking in these negative opinions, what you need to do is prove them wrong with your results. Now, my parents didn't support me for the longest time, but do you know what changed? When I started paying for my little sister's college education. So whenever you get judged from your loved ones, instead of quitting on your loved one's account, use that as fuel to prove them wrong. And more importantly, use that as fuel to prove yourself right. Because at the end of the day, you decide what you want out of life. Not your parents, not your loved ones. It is you. Now, the fourth thing you want to give up are your results-based mindset. Do you actually want to know, surprisingly, what is the slowest way to make money online? Having results-based goals. Now, so many people come into this industry and learning how to make money online with the goal, the results-based goal of making $10,000 a month within their first 3 months. And you know what happens after that? Now, every single day that they do not hit the results-based goal, they start losing a little bit of motivation. They start losing a little bit of inspiration. And ultimately, what happens is they stop listening to people that have the results that they want, and they start listening to people that don't have the results that they want. And that is because they are tying their sense of achievement to the results itself. And the moment you do that, you are making this entire journey of mastery and online wealth creation so much harder for yourself. So freedom fighters, the way you change that is, instead of being results-based orientated, you want to put yourself in a position where you are process-orientated. Now, when I first got into YouTube, one of my biggest goals was to make at least $100 a day every single day from just the YouTube ads that play before this video. And guess what? It took the longest time because I kept on getting discouraged on the fact that I wasn't hitting the results that I wanted. Now, what changed and made the entire process a lot easier was when I became process-orientated. I threw away the results-based goal of $100 a day, and instead I made one of the processes a goal in itself. Meaning, instead of having $100 a day, I would feel like I was hitting some sort of level of achievement if I could at least pump out 2 new videos that were actionable and that would give my audience and my freedom fighters firefighter family value for them to get results for themselves. And it is when I started committing to that goal, that process goal of just hitting 2 videos every single week, it started taking off the burden that I was feeling in trying to hit my goals. And you guys need to do the exact same thing. Literally throw away every single results-based goal that you have. Stop telling yourself, oh, you want to earn $1,000 a month. Oh, you want to earn $10,000 a month. Because when you don't hit that, and it's going to happen because it happens to everyone, you're just going to feel this negative feeling inside of you that's going to prevent you from actually taking action towards your goals again, because you just feel so discouraged. And what you need to do is pick the process-oriented goal that will ultimately get you to your success. So like how my results-based goal was $100 a day, my process-oriented goal that I needed to focus on more was to create 2 videos a day. And I knew as long as I created those 2 videos every single week and published it every single week, then the $100 a day results-based oriented goal would happen naturally. So guys, say you want to earn $1,000 a month, say you want to earn $10,000 a month. Instead of focusing on that, focus on the processes. Meaning if you're drop shipping, instead of focusing on $1,000 a day, a process that you could do is, I don't know, testing 3 new products a day. Do you think if you're drop shipping and testing 3 new products a day, and you did that every single day for 30 days, 3 times 30, that is 90 new products. Do you think if you tested 90 new products as the process, that you would find one that would at least give you around $10, $20, $30, $100 a day? Yeah, guys, and it's the exact same thing with any type of financial goal that you have. You just got to start focusing on the processes instead of the results. Because when you do, then results will happen naturally, and you won't feel that discouragement that will prevent you from actually implementing what you need to implement on. Now, the 5th thing you want to do is give up the shiny object syndrome. Now, this was my biggest problem when I first got into making money online. Now, whenever I was close to gaining success, I literally shot myself in the foot whenever I was reasonably close, whenever some new way on how to make money online emerged. Now, this is what's known as the shiny object syndrome, which is going from opportunity to opportunity to another opportunity and never really focusing on one thing. Ultimately meaning the shiny object syndrome is just a form of laziness that prevents you from actually focusing on the problems that you have at hand. And it postpones them because you think that it is the making money online opportunity that's the fault of you not making money. Guys, there are so many ways to make money online, and every single way is valid. But the biggest thing that's going to stop you from achieving success, it's not the opportunity that you're in, it is you. Literally give it up right now, and I will tell you, to save you some time, the exact businesses that you need to focus on. Now, the number 1 business you should focus on, especially when you're first getting started, is a cash flow business. Now, a cash flow business is something that you could get into right away for a low cost, for example, drop shipping, where you can literally find a product where you can sell it and leveraging things like Facebook ads to put that product in front of more people. And the cool thing about drop shipping is, since you're not really financially investing in products until after you're already selling it, you can invest that money into advertising and actually testing to see which products work best. Now, if you want to learn more about that, you can get them in the free financial freedom resources in the link below. And it is something that has helped a lot of my students out personally. So make sure you get started. Now, once you're done with that, the second business that you need to get into is a personal brand. Because when you do things like cash flow businesses and you depend on Facebook ads, you don't own the traffic. But when you become a personal brand, you become the traffic source. Your traffic source is tied to your name. Think Tai Lopez, think Grant Cardone, think Gary Vaynerchuk. They don't depend on any traffic source, and they don't care because they know that their traffic comes from their name and their brand and the value that they have given to the world. Now, this is what I did, and this is what I recommend you guys do the same. You can start by using speed of implementation, and after this video, literally create your YouTube channel within the next 5 minutes. And if you are really serious, you could then begin and take it to the next level by starting a blog, and it's very simple. All you got to do is go to my blog right here and click on this button right here, which goes through the entire guide of how to build a raving fan base of people that like, trust, and respect you, that are willing to buy whatever it is that you have to sell them to. And it's literally all about leverage, guys. You start with your cash flow business and you use the results that you got from your cash flow business to leverage your way into a personal brand. So guys, hopefully that helps. The question for today is, what do you personally need to give up to get to where you want to go? Comment below. And if you love this, don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified of new videos when I release them. And if you want the free financial resources, you can get them in the link in the description. And for everyone else that want more, then I will see you guys on my blog. Take it easy, family.